Yes, that also helps. Righty. Bam. Alright, so continuing on. How we doing? Hello. There was a thing hanging over from... Oh, yes. I had to curb the enthusiasm on the inserter situation because Gleb actually needs base quality inserters. So it's over here now. Yeah, it's over here. So, yeah. Also, very useful is these things. So, still need to quality grind them up, I think. But that's a separate issue. But yeah, we need to. The next step is need to actually expand this because this is really at its limit. The starter base or the very base version 1 is at its limits. It can't go any further. It can't be pushed any further. Yeah, no matter what I do, it's not gonna fix things. It's running out of iron plate. Now, was there? I need to double check Gleber because Gleber actually shut. Yeah, it's okay. It's coming back to life. It's the failed outpost has well failed. Yeah, everything's gone moldy and it's yeah because there's no way to pull mold out. I never actually fixed that. And put deployed bots there that they're not pulling mold out of there and yeah, but that's fine. I mean, you're not going to be able to do anything. It's YouTube Veldak. And there's the Twitch Veldak. Over here needs an update, but I mean, like, that needs to be done there. But those are all future me problems. Could be done anywhere, actually. Could be done Gleber, if anything. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, all this crap has to come to Nauvis anyway. And then again, that's... Yeah. Probably better off over there. Probably better off over there. Anyway. Any more? No. Stop being distracted. Focus on the job at hand. Hey, Don Veldak also. They been treating you well? How's the science production doing? It's a bit weebly wobbly, but we're doing about 2,000 to 3,000 science a minute. I like to think of that as a consistent incremental improvement. Fagora still Fagoring? Oh yeah, turned on. There we go. Yeah, every now and then this place overfills with scrap and floods the storage, and so I have to turn it off. And it's a Mamaroo for 65 months.
Hello Mojo, I wish I had more time to stay but I have to rush out again.
Thank you very much for that, as you rush out for the 65 months. Really appreciate that. Get the love and hype, and there it is, the snugs. The love and hype and snugs. These are some of the quality emotes you've had access to for the last 65 months. Thank you very much for that. Alright, so... I was indecisive last time, and so we need a bout of clarity. Oh, also, Legendary Spidertron. Turns out, if I search for Spider... There... Oh, that's the wrong one. No? Is there actually another one? Or is that the... No, that's just the, that one. Yeah, apparently there was just one floating around in inventory. Oh, that's the member of the network, not the, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, there's also 2 epics and 14 rares, which ain't bad. Can't complain with that. Guessing, should have been like 1 requesting or something. Anyway, distractions. Found 3. Oh, before I do, well, I'm going to need Foundry. This expansion project is going to need foundries, but before I commit to that, I need to actually sort out making more. I can't make more until this is fixed. This here, so I remember why this was all cut off. It was meant to be inserting lubricant in here because there's lubricant right there. Unfortunately, we're not making lubricant right now. We could always just delete the entire pipeline and produce lubricant that way. That works. What kind of speed modules do you have on you? Oh, you do have legendary ones. Very good. I am very tempted to more faster. I probably shouldn't, but I'm very tempted to. Actually, do you have any prod mods? No. Need to sort out the module situation. It's a bit all over the place at the minute. Hello, Cole. I'm guessing you're backed up on gassing it. Yes, yes, you are. Isn't there a just thinking. Probably we're talking about this with Colonel Will. So you can turn gas into sulfur, which can then be turned into acid, which can then be turned into I think it was coal and carbon into coal and sulfuric acid into carbon, and then calcite and carbon to then make the simple coal liquefaction, which only produces heavy oil. So for the cost of petroleum gas, I can actually make lubricant. And given the situation that I'm in, it's probably not a terrible idea, as to just make dedicated sulfuric acid. So, if I was to bring you over here, see if I can get this right. So, let's plop it here. This, again, with the distractions. Do you have cryoplants on you? No. Huh. Where is it? There. Helps if you press the right button. So yeah, you need to make... Oh, you need iron. So I can't actually do that here. Well, that kills that idea. Unless... Yeah, you don't have access to calcite either. Yeah, well... I mean, having said that... I mean, it's not as... Oh yeah, red circuits. Not as directly usable now. Just thinking. So...
Hello there.
Hello there, Monsieur Tucker Bear. This is why I was just going to bring the lubricant in. This is just the easiest solution. It's all spaced the same. Yes, and yes. Just come over here. There we go. How you been, Tucker Bear? There you go. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Don't press M when you're not on the same planet. One of these days I'll learn. I mean, one of these days I might learn not to do that. But today's probably not one of those days. You're in the way. Dang it. That is very inconvenient. Why are you so in the way? Can I make you any less in the way? Not really. I can plop it there. At least for now. You can go there. that much lube. Okay. Struggling with home automation. Somehow all sensors and actors not working anymore. Think you bought a bad batch of batteries that died rapidly. Well, at least it's a bad batch of batteries and not just a terrible home automation system. Those should really be butted up against the silos like that. It's a live koala. It is. It's better than a not a live koala. Live koala or not a live koala. Sounds like me when I first get up in the morning. There's a lovely cloud of bots. Yeah, oh yeah, there's a straight pipe that I can pipette. There we are. Worked for 4 years without issues. Only after different batteries now you have problems. Oh, okay. So it isn't just janky home automation jankiness. It could be both. It could be both. Yeah, so you don't have any big mining drills in you. I'll move that as well. Maybe pop it there. Should be. Dang it. Volcanus, please. Should actually be another one to store foundries.
Hello there.
Hello there, Darthy. This would be oh so much better with combinators. The combinator takes up more space than well, the combinator option takes up more space than just doing it this way. There you go, I've got 48 of those. Alright, we've got our lube unload. Go. Oops. Did it again. So all I need to do is just get this area drained. Then I can move it down, put the plastic back in its place, and then move the rocket fuel down even further. All I desire from this reconstruction. That's all that matters. That's all I ask for. But I think it stores so much it's not going to be not going to be it's not going to make it easy on me, is it? So while that's sorting itself out, I need to figure out using the modular train stops. I need to make a half and half one like that there. What can I do to make this load? Because you there. You don't quite fit in between. doesn't reach all the way up there. Mm. It's kind of funny because I haven't worked on any rail-based foundry designs yet. You would think I would have done as so, but no. Yeah, that's uh, certainly functional. Horizontally flip it. So I'm just using the existing trains to make this work. Oh yeah, 9-volt lithium batteries are a lot more than 9 volts when they start out in life. Lithium batteries, or alkaline, the non-rechargeable um, alkaline type lithiums, whatever they call the lithium primaries, I think that would be the technical name for them. They do very strange things. They even the AA ones. So we here's a bit of a story. So for one of the projects I did a few years ago, um, it needed to have a device run off battery power for several months, but we're not allowed to use because of because of where it is. It was in a mission critical location, or what's the I'm trying to think of the terminology for it, the particular phrasing for it. It was like where it was restricted by hazardous substances, so you couldn't use like lithium polymer, lithium iron phosphate type lithium batteries. Yes, gather around the eucalyptus tree. We're telling a story of 3 years ago ish. I think this was like 2021, 2022. And so as a result, I had to do a whole lot of battery testing and battery calculations to figure out how the hell to make this thing work. Um, and for like 4 weeks, I want to say it was, without anyone changing batteries or anything. And it ended up being, well, and this was also broken up into several stages. So the first one, um, what was it? It was like 4 weeks or something. It had to last. And it calculated out to be, I'm just trying to remember now because there was a lot of specific numbers. We're doing battery testing at different discharge rates. And well, one of the things I learned about, this is again a tangent to the story, is one of the things I learned about it was that alkalines, how long they last, is very dependent on how much of a load you put on them. The less of a load, the longer they last, effectively. And so what I discovered was that it was about 64 regular alkalines was enough to last the distance, which is an extraordinary number of alkalines. You know what? I should put those over there and over there. Yeah, and that gave it like 4 weeks of runtime. And then we went one step beyond that, because it needed to run for like 6 months. So I was like, okay, pretty much the only battery that I found that could even achieve that without needing like 200 double A's. And this combination was in series parallel. I think it was like 4 in series and then 16 parallel to make the 64 batteries total, double A's. It's actually, as a side note, it was hilarious seeing that box. It was quite a monstrosity. But anyways, yeah, and it worked out that the lithium replacements, they also were their capacity is very greatly affected by how much you drain them, which is a thing as well for lithium batteries in general. But yeah, it was like the same number lasted 6 months. And I forget where I was going with this. Oh, that's right. Um, the other thing that I discovered was that the open circuit voltage of the AA lithium cells was 1.7 to 2 volts. And so putting them in the same combination damaged the regulators, and it either damaged the regulators or it actually drew more current because it was no longer in its optimal band of power usage. So I worked out that like it used the least amount of power around like what was it? It was like 9 volts, somewhere around there. It was peak efficiency, and then it dropped off above that, and it dropped off below that. It's something like 7 to 9 volts. It was really good, and it just suddenly started accelerating. Yeah, and then because of the open circuit voltage thing, ended up having two 9 volt lithium batteries in parallel to power this other separate component, a sub-circuit of the actual device, just so it wouldn't be blown up or damaged by the lithium cells. I am no closer to figuring out what's triggering that. YouTube's back. Very good. It just seems like the switch just gives up or something. Like the actual link gives up. Oh, I know what I need to try. So I have two switches um, that network everything together behind my PCs because there's like well there's 5 things total, 6 things total. Um, so if I like have a let me draw a diagram. So we have one there, and then we have one here. So this one is a 2.5 gig switch with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it has a 6th port, which goes to this one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, and then that's 8. And that one's only gigabit. So it's an 8-port gigabit and then a 5-port or 6-port 2.5 gig switch. And so all the PCs with 2.5 gig are plugged into this, naturally. That's why I got it. And everything else plugs into this. So like top PC, then the 3.6, and then off to the internet land there. So, internet comes out here, slow stuff goes into the 8-port, and then fast stuff goes into the 2.5. And what I'm wondering now is if this here is the problem, because it's only like a 30 centimeter or 40 centimeter something cable. It's really short, but it's also a thin one. And thin one, I got it because I needed a thin interconnect to set this up in the first place. And I figured, no, thin Ethernet cables are actually a really bad idea. They don't hold signal very well, and they just generally cause problems. But I figured because it's such a short distance, it wouldn't be a problem. But I'm wondering now if that short link is a problem. Copper Cat 6? Yeah, Cat 6. I don't have anything. I think I binned everything that wasn't Cat 6, or got rid of everything that was really crappy. I think I still have some Cat 5, but not many. Many, many years ago, this would be when I very, very early set up the streaming setup for the very first time. I was being frustrated by just bad cables, with broken tabs, and the plastic sleeve had pulled out of the modular connector. And so I was like, screw this. And I just bought a big pile of new Cat 6 cables. This would have been 2016 or 2015 maybe, actually. I don't remember when. It was a long time ago. And yeah, as a result, I don't have many, well, I don't have like old crusty cables. And I don't buy into the whole Cat 5 for gigabit because Cat 5 was never intended for gigabit. That was a retcon. Oh yeah, the building. So it turns out this building is shared by other stuff, which is inconvenient because it means I can't change it because I need the quality stuff. Yeah, 5e, 5e, yeah. 5e came around before. I remember 5e coming around before gigabit actually existed. Um, and I always remember the original advice was for. Oh, is it out of calcite again? I just saw the thing empty and I was like, is that out of calcite? Yep, it's out of calcite. What are you ordering in terms of calcite? We even ordering calcite? No, not really. There we go. Yeah, when Gigabit came out, I remember all the materials said you need Cat 6 cable for this to work properly. There was no mention of Cat 5e. My understanding of Cat 5e was it was dedicated network cable. It wasn't because Cat 5 was meant to be shared with telephone cables because that's where the whole system came about originally. Was two-ear pairs are for data, two-ear pairs are for voice. Yeah, that's the thing is that I think the reason why it was retconned was because it actually did, in fact, generally work out reasonably all right. It's one of those really insidious things, though, because of how the physical layer um, communicates and interacts with the two endpoints. It's really good at backing off when there's issues and you're retransmitting to the point where if there are pretty bad link issues, it still performs pretty well. And to the point where you don't even notice that it's having major dramas trying to transmit the signal. Plan to upgrade all your cables to Cat 6A when you get a bit of spare money. Well, that's what the link cable is. It's Cat 6A. But as I say, it's the thin stuff. And I have done a little bit of testing with thin stuff before, and I found it dramatically increased the power consumption of the transceiver. Yeah, I've done enough. I've actually made well, it's not really made network interface. I've made network interfaces, built my own network interfaces, but it's really just copy and pasting the WizNet application circuit than actually designing my own. Because good God, you don't design your own network interfaces. I'm pretty sure these are actually different. Yeah, they're different spacings. Righty, 2, 4. So what I want out of this is ideally 2, 4, 6, 8. About that much. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, down to about there. work there? Two. Nice. Just barely fits. That means I can have one train waiting and one train loading and one train exiting. Hate how expensive anything above 1 gig copper is. I mean, it is pretty precisely engineered stuff. So it's not at all surprising. Like the twists, the tolerance in the twisting above 1 gigabit is pretty absurd. Especially 10, the tolerancing on 10 gig is crazy. There's also some range issues as well. Sure. Now, does this crap actually fit? That's the next question. Yes, it does. Can I compress it down? That support sort of dictates all this crap. Which means that no, I cannot, in fact, bring it closer together. There and there. Alright, so that's casting for iron. The question is, how much melting do I need? Yeah, direct attach copper is so much more economical than straight RJ45 Ethernet. Seems like the way to go with above. I mean, 2.5 gig is not too bad. Also, €60 for a copper 2.5 gig. How long is that? Just thinking. Or do I alternate? That's also potential. Just the Oh, I didn't read that properly. I didn't realize you said multi-mode SFP. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that fiber is so cheap now. I think the answer is more melting. Can you come down here, please, Spider? I really need to deal with that. And I don't really want to, but I really need to deal with it. That single side load. Always blue. If I had SFP to the NAS, I would run fiber to the NAS. So yeah, you can for probably I wouldn't be surprised if for another €20 you can get a multi-mode fiber cable, and you don't even need like what does multi-mode even do now? You can get 10 gig multi-mode, can't you? I'm not actually sure what the stats are because you don't need distance. I mean, if you're really keen, you can use single mode transmitters with multi-mode cable. Yeah, single mode transmitters and multi-mode cable. That works. It doesn't work the other way around. So if you can get the single mode transmitters on the cheap, you can just use cheap cable as well, with the potential of upgrading to something that can send the signal like 25 kilometers. Everything from the ISP space is single mode. Just don't look down the single mode fiber. That would have severe consequences. Right, you go there. suppose I can just use the caster, because I'm just going to convert it to melting. Like so. Such as. So, and such as. I'm probably going to regret committing so much stuff to a single lane, but I'll deal with that problem when I get to it. What kind of speed modules do I have access to? Probably, yeah, I can use downgrade to these. New drives for your NAS. In the middle of migrating RAID 1 mirror to RAID 5 to expand your capacity. Very nice. What about you? Looks like the answer is them. At least for now, until I can get more better modules. I need to really crank up the module production. Vulkan has changed it all. State of it? State of thing? No. RAID 5 after 2010. I think or at least I wouldn't be surprised if it's not actually RAID 5 and it's just a software RAID. Probably one of my biggest regrets is not waiting a little while longer for upgrading my NAS, but I didn't really have the choice of waiting a little while longer. Because given the opportunity, I wouldn't go with the Synology that I went with now. Because I like to, at every available moment, mention how much I dislike the Synology. Oh yeah, it's going through the phase of waking up the disks every hour or two again. Yeah. Hardware RAID is sort of not really a thing anymore. Because my understanding of it is that the error correction and catching bit rot happens at the file system level, not at the hardware level. So whatever hardware correction happens within a hardware RAID card can't actually fix bit rot. Or in from what I'm trying to think of the exact verbiage. From what I'm led to believe, it is possible for those cards to actually mask or hide bitrot issues. You know, it does an error correction, which then turns what was a fail into a pass, because it doesn't know any better. That and also RAID ASICs tend to be very, well, they're set in stone. They are quite literally set in stone. I need stuff to launch. That's what I need. The best way to make stuff launch is probably do a bit of that. Hey, Solburn, how you doing? Oh, looks like I ran out of foundries. I mean, I'm really just building a blueprint at this point, so it's not the end of the world. And then, of course, we need one more. Doesn't need beacons, because this one is all about that that calcite life. Imagine doing rocket fuel with chemical plants at this stage. Yeah, that's really the aim of the game at this point, is to upgrade Nauvis and everywhere else to a better state. Because this is the original, rocket fuel production that I set up. Like, there's the original steam plants, there's the original concrete. I mean, we've got wooden power poles over engines still. But, you know, you got ancient rocket fuel at one side of the base, and, you know, we kick up to beaconed foundries, to EM plants. It goes a bit down again. Then we kick it up again with some EM planes with legendary speed modules in them. Going back to that question, about the Synology NAS, my main annoyance with it is it constantly spins up the disks for no reason. Because it insists on storing the operating system on the actual RAID array, it means that every time it wants to do something, it has to spin up all of the disks. Why it needs to spin up all of them, even though there's... So it's an 8-bay NAS. It has 2 volumes divided in across 4 and 4 disks. Why it needs to spin up all of them is beyond my understanding. If it needs to do something OS related, it only needs 1. That's just strange. The thing is that it has a dedicated M.2 slot as well. So like it could put the OS on a separate disk, and expansion cards for it do exist to put it on its internal PCI Express expansion bus, because it has rear ports like the you can get like 10 gig networking. You can get SFP network cards with M.2 slots on the back. You can get like dual SFP network cards. You got all kinds of things. And for some reason, it still installs like this piece of junk NAS from 2010, 2012. It's so strange. Like it has all these it has all like the hardware itself is so much more capable than the software. The hardware wants to be 2020, but the software, the Synology software, wants to be 2010. It's so bad. That's why I like TrueNAS, because it runs on an NVMe drive in your setup, and I don't think disks don't power off because either hard drive light every 5 to 10 seconds. That's the other thing with this thing too, is that the disks are really noisy. That's why I notice it. And the thing is that like it doesn't need to be running at like 1 a.m. in the morning, or like when I'm out of the country. It doesn't need. Well, I turned it off when that happened, but yeah, it's a mighty mic. I have been wondering if I can put like TrueNAS or one of those onto it, but as near as I can tell, there's no positive confirmation that's possible. What am I trying to do? Not that. Do I care enough to do that? Maybe. What do I do here? I do that technique. Why was I inserting? Oh, that's right. I remember why. Splitters, you can sort of insert on them, but also you sort of can't. It's a AMD. The thing is, I gotta, so like, if I want to reflash it, I need to pull everything, all the data out of it, and I have nowhere to put the data if I pull it all out of it. It's a logistical quagmire. I mean, I'd kind of be curious about HexOS or one of those that is, one of those up and coming things. Yeah, so I'm just stalling on trying to think of how to do this thing and not succeeding. Was it over here? Okay, maybe it is just that then. Did I just Control Z? Control X? No. Good. I just had a moment there. I was like, did I just Control X then? I'll enter the 54 terabyte NAS. The funny thing is that if I was really keen to, I could put like 64 gig onto this thing. Never have enough storage. Yeah, that is true. Never has true a statement been spoken. New overhang though. Not liking it. Not a fan. Too much abstraction. I just like the idea of the whole NAS thing being simplified. At least my impression of true NAS and free NAS, and does free NAS even still exist? Is they try too hard to embrace the neckbeard. Ah, I could dip down here. Embrace the way of the neckbeard. Like networking. Okay, I haven't actually seen any reviews of it yet. We'll see if it is, if it's any good. I'll have to check it out. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, it's a paid TrueNAS. It's meant to be a paid for skin. Meant to greatly simplify the whole setup process. I mean, I would pay money not to have to put up with stupid, overcomplicated technical stuff. Not that I am not a fan of tinkering, it's just that I don't want to live like there's more to life than just forever building things. It's why Linux has never. It's why the year of the Linux desktop has never been a thing. Because you don't want to be rebuilding and recompiling your operating system every weekend. I realise this is the casting thingy, but I need to change it to melting. Go. So now it has a line for calcite. Yeah, if I was thinking about it, I could have actually done 4 lanes. That would have been smart, really. Hmm. I guess I am using the whatever it is, that one. I guess I am using that one after all. Why break from a winning formula? See, that's what I get for being inventive and different. Just creating more work for myself. Just inevitably reinventing the same old wheel that we've used for thousands of years. Volcanus has a convenient thingy that I can grab. It is already done and ready to go. But yes, needs some stuff to just work. Should be my choice if you want to tinker or not. Yes, very much so. Shouldn't be forced to diagnose. I don't actually need to do that. Forced to diagnose just dumb little issues. You go there. Take up that. You go there. I'll just upgrade like that. Yeah, and some like that. So one doesn't actually matter. I mean, I'm going to interleave them anyway, but it doesn't actually matter. I could also run it up the middle. That works too, but I'm going to go round. You know, whatever works. The best thing about this is it'll work for copper as well. I don't know how obvious it is, but if you can't tell, I have been through many years of suffering through the year of the Linux desktop and various other stupidity like that. In case anyone's in case anyone coming in isn't aware of the very long-winded suffering that I've had through that. I actually thought of something a few months ago. Yeah, once set and forget. A few months ago, I remembered there used to be this list, which was it was the 10 stages of Linux, and it went through each of the stages. Going through that early ignorant optimism, and then working your way through the highs, the lows, the the what's the term? The salty community responses, which sort of turn any question back around to, yeah, you should just know this thing. That type of stuff, whatever it is, I can't think of the word. Um, and then finally acceptance that it's not this magical wonderland that it's made out to be. There was another one which actually reminded me of, which was the 3 steps of technical support in Linux, which is the first step is blame the user whenever they have a problem. The second step is blame the user's hardware. And then the third and final step is, well, if it still doesn't work, why did you choose Linux in the first place if it doesn't just work, if it's too difficult for you? Let's see, 4. It's another one of those things just lost to the ether of the mid 2000s, early to mid 2000s. No blaming DNS network. No. You specifically have to blame the user and then the user's hardware. Righty. I'm going to do 2 more just in case. Then we'll slap it down. I really need to make a blueprint of this stuff. One habit that I did fall out of doing was making blueprints, mainly because, well, apart from anything else, I kind of am averse to blueprints these days. Don't use any hardware. Yeah, I remember that state. Yeah, Robbie, how you doing? Yeah, now this has reminded me of that one. Oh, you won't flip. Now you'll flip. Works fine on my PC, TM. That is so common with those types. It is shockingly common. So I've worked for so many where they'll only ever test it on their PC, or they'll test it in a very specific way, and they won't do a full test. They'll only do like mock tests and small scale tests. There it is. Wondering if I was going to get the Foundry. Alright, let's just stand in the middle now. This is my computer because I custom fixed it to my computer when a person runs Linux. Yeah, they custom compiled the kernel specifically to their configuration. Oh, there was this one article slash forum post it's burnt into my memory because it was this dude running Gen 2 and they had 14 computers running as compile servers, and their sole job in life was just to compile the latest version 24/7. It's just all they did. Just so they could run they were developing something. Say no more. Pretty much. Gen 2, as a tangent note, Gen 2 is the biggest failure in the Windows bloatware argument back in the day, because they you'd see these posts arguing about how bloated Windows is, and then here comes Gen 2 at 1.2 gigabytes or 1.1 gigabytes, I think it was. Arch of 2004. The Arch of 2004 would probably be Slackware. Well, then again, Slackware is still Slackware. What's going on? Oh, the wrong stack inserter. You. And pop, pop, pop. What's missing? Oh, productivity modules are missing from you. Because I only have green ones. That's fine. It's only metal. Oh, it's only iron and copper. It's not like the end of the world. Alright. Volcanist, have you done anything useful yet? Damn it, I want to get rid of these stupid, oh, yeah, that's right. You launch Volcanist Science, so me doing Volcanist Science is kind of pointless. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I did also make another cargo platform. It's an improvement on the V2 one. This one. So it finally got rid of the negative space. I mean, I suppose you could say I finally finished it. You could argue that's what this is. It's actually the thing that finished. So you take that and pop it there. Bye bye, fuel. Hope you find your family. There. Now you need to come back, fuel. Finished it by adding more cargo space. You can also go down onto the ground. Yeah, pretty much. It's 30 cargo bays, which means it can drop 33 things at a time. And I got the size of the ammo production and fuel and oxidizer production right down. I also figured out that the fusion reactor only needs a single fusion generator, so that got its footprint right down as well. Needs to be rare though. It can't be is there 35 megawatts? Oh, it might not be available on this save. Yeah, it peaks out to like 60 megawatts. Alrighty. You just do planet request. I was thinking about a different system for managing this, and the thought that I had was because you can put these in a constant combinator. So what I was thinking was, again, this is how we operate around here, just tangent after tangent. What we can do is have a combinator here that configures, we can add descriptions to this. Here be herpa derpa science things. Like I can put that there, and so I can configure science here. I can, it doesn't matter if they're off or on. I can put Agora exports here, which apparently there aren't any. Nauvis's requests. I don't remember what happens if you wire this to a circuit. Okay, you can read contents and set request. Unfortunately, you can't do both at the same time. But yeah, you could. I could actually change it to set requests. This be all the inbound requirements. Yeah, and just do all that stuff. Yeah, just say what it needs inbound. And then these can link to requesters on here. Alrighty. So you... I mean, ugh, damn it, I accidentally copied that. Just do it manually. I mean, this is realistically just gonna be that. Lamb, just like that. So it's for Fagora is pretty much guaranteed to just bring that. What else are you bringing? Okay, just those two there. Oh, and 1, 2, 3. It's not doing requests anymore. That is actually obsolete. Yeah. Yeah, that's not really a thing anymore. The other one does it. Alright, so you're pausing. Jettisoning. Just dump all the junk from your trunk. And you're taken over. Almost. You need to get rid of that. Let's just dump all that. Dump all that. Dump you. That. Yeah, why not? Ammo. Combinator. So we just need fuel and a little bit of platform. It's tempting to actually put fusion cell into the thingy, the request. All right, now you can do stuff. I launched the combinator away, and you still need a combinator. And this is just a fail-safe to make sure that it actually has ammo on built. The number of times I've thrown stuff overboard to then have to launch it back up is pretty high. So what I'll do is I'll just chuck a couple there, then throw the rest overboard. That's a fusion reactor. I keep confusing the fusion reactor with the hub. And away we go. So this thing does it at 300 meters a second? Just shy of 300 meters a second? Whereas the old one, well, not you. You are doing it at 100 meters a second, I think it was. The thing's really having a bad time with it connecting to chat. Actually fueled up, yes. I did have a few issues with this thing here, but I think now that the calcite's buffered up, it's fine. Yeah, it keeps blocking up on ice. This one here causes it to back up. Like it needs both, but this one has a tendency to overload it, and so it can't output calcite, which means it couldn't make oxidizer. Slightly inconvenient. There's still a little bit of negative space. I'm actually wondering about rotating this. So this started out horizontal, and then I rotated it 90 degrees, and I'm starting to think that I probably should have kept it horizontal. There might be a little bit more space to save. Anyway, that's not the topic at hand. I mean, I'd still like boundaries. Alright. You... Get out of here. I guess that'll fill up on rocket fuel one way or another. There's a lot of rocket fuel. I should have just done this to begin with. It's a future me problem, pretty much. This is a basket case future me problem. It's down to 600. There's a risk that I'll actually fill up all of the trains, and then I'll have to build more trains. Is it really a risk though? Not really sure. It's a crap ton of rocket fuel. Right, that's not a yard zone. That is a yard zone, and you can't park there. There. Alright, let's just pick the whole stupid thing up. You, please. Again, I need to really blueprint these things up. Alright, back to base for you. There we go. Right, you. Um. Hmm. Falconist to the rescue again, I think. See how nothing's just ever quite the same? Yeah, because of the universal trains. Definitely need a bit of that going on. Actually, no harm in upgrading those to stack insert. It's a single item, so it can be upgraded. Green wire, please and thank you. Calcite, go there. Alright, so you're going to summon a calcite train. Alright, let's link them together. Oop, we don't want to do that. So there. I mean, it is actually the insert is the wrong way around, I just realized. It's 55. How you doing? Because this is melting, which means iron ore go inski, not outski. Go that way, you go that way. And now I can grab a blueprint of the lot, say, oh, you go, whoops, no, you go that way. You go that way, and you also go that way. You're supposed to be melting as well, like that, and like that, and like that. And you're missing pipes of that kind. Not that it really matters. So you're equal distant to that. Da, da, da. Da, da, ba, yeah, hopefully the pipes can handle this. No reason why they shouldn't be able to handle it. But you never know. Is there 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 1. It's about equal. It's close enough. Interesting. These are all off by 1. Oh. Oh, that one's off by 1, that's why. Right, so what are the majority? The majority are the lower kind. I should really pay more attention when I'm doing these pastes. Actually go there. There we go. 1, 2, and so you go there, there, there. It's not really a convenient way of doing it. Just keep it as it was. The level of pedantry required on this is far too high in pedantry. It just the level of detail in the structuring of it. Oh, it'd be good to have some leg upgrades. Pop. Right, your boots are empty. These are all the same spacing. Yes. Nearly pressed M then. Need to start learning to press tab. 'Cause tab has been changed to the same as M now. What was a spider? I always forget L to A. It's a good idea to learn that command as well. Interesting. We don't need to dig all that crap up. Do need to dig that crap up. There. Mighty pants is full again. Yep. Oh, looks like one enthusiastic bot is getting the job done. I like the cut of that bot's jib. He'll be last to go into the crusher to grind them up into a better quality bot. Okay, you're full of storage. I'm guessing that's full of, yeah. They're starting to build up quite a supply of circuits. Because I'm grinding up modules. So just accumulate high quality green circuits over time. Maholic making noises. Making loud raid type noises. How you doing, Maholic? What it really means is I need to throw more into places. Oh, you need... Oh. How you doing, Maholic? What are you up to? You were up to Factorio, weren't you? Oh, 160 of them. Love the pretty colours. How's the pretty colours? Pretty colours are... Oh, the Volcanist pretty colours are a little pretty sad. You... Shouldn't you be collecting science? Yes. Yes, you should. You're not actually. Starting to migrate Glibber to nutrients. that's that's hilarious. Just sending biter egg. I assume what you mean is sending biter eggs over to use them as nutrients. How does that actually perform? Where is it? Egg to nutrients is... Oh, it's only 20 nutrients. Because there should be, what is that? Yeah, 1 to 20 versus, this should be, um, oh yeah, it's true, it's 5 to 40, which is, 8. Then again, a biter is worth at least some bioflux. Not that much, really. Yeah, like that's the bioflux being used up there. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Rot. Feeding the biters stale bioflux. Alright, we are so close to having this going again. Oh yeah. I mean, it's not that difficult to make the thingies on Gleber out of just straight out of bioflux. Although it depends on how much you're making. Because like, ooh, oh, that's why. It's like that, and then like that, and then like that. There. I made a 22,000 Gleber science a minute that just relies on bioflux. Trying to only use 4 fruit harvesters? Oh, okay. It's kind of silly how few you actually need to to actually make Gleber function. It's quite surprising. Actually does sound pretty funny. Only for agricultural towers. You're backed up again. This is why I wanted the trains to take it away, not the spider. Okay. No, there are regular foundries. We'll just get the basics going first. Yeah. I mean, it does sound pretty fun. Redicus. Now, what I wanted to do was try and pop this here, but I don't think I can. Might chuck it there. About there. Alright, is there anything? Oh yeah, pipes, that's right. Oh, and pipes. Masri solar layout? Yes. No one would believe me, but his solar layout was pretty much the same as the one that we basically made the same thing independently of each other. It's like 99 or 98% the same thing. It was kind of astounding that that happened. With no interaction with each other, we made the same thing, basically. Is it returning? It's sort of returning. Yep, there it is. It should be back now. Yep. YouTube's hopping all over the place. It's back. Ah, excellent. YouTube's back. And Twitch is back. Very good. Excellent. We shall continue on. Blah, 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 blah. I need... Oh, because you're only getting 0.5. Let's set that to 1. Yes, bring me all the things. Um, Alright, Spidey Pants. Away with you and away with you. For the next round. I have to send one of the better quality spiders over there eventually. Although I'd rather send a legendary spider over there. It's already a rare one. Actually, if anything, what I need to send over there is tool belts. Right, the last of that. Excellent. That's Fulgora, isn't it? Yep, thought so. Fulgora's out of storage. I never made the opposite of Hink. I don't know why. It just didn't sound as funny. Apparently a train's going to it. I thought I made a yard area. Or did I munch it for the other stuff? And reasons and junk. Hmm. Do I have a... Oh yeah, I need to make use of that. I borrowed that from Will's game. That is all the different colours. Colour assignments. For the train stops, that is. So I need to plop that somewhere. Did you? Oh, yeah, it was outside, that's why. Can go... Yeah, over here. I mean, that pole isn't really necessary anymore. Can go there. Just while I think of it, because I'm going to be doing more train stuff, might as well plop it down. I'm going to need the colours anyway. Nice garage. So, say for example, really anything to actually grab? Oh, I suppose that. That pole was actually important. Oh dear. Can you quickly redo those, please? Pretty please? There. Very, very quickly redo those. Oh, redo it this way even. Doesn't even reach. There we go. And yeah, you can just pop that there. Pop that there. Any other areas where there is iron ore to be had? Likewise, the unloaders. Select that there, and that there. Yeah, the old structural power pole, yeah. You. It's a plate. You. You. And you. Yeah, it's only 3, not 4, but that's fine. Unload. I realize, I'm going to overwrite the colors because I did that. There. And then there. Now I can fix it. You, uh, you, and then to you. Forges on yeah, Nauvis are beautiful. They are. They really are. It's as soon as you bring the signature buildings back to Nauvis, there is a certain feeling of progression to it. It has this distinct. Whoops! I don't need to cut that. Go there. There we go. It's completely arbitrary, but seems about appropriate number. Melting again and melting again. Nothing much is going to happen until calcite appears. Hello, train. And this is where I need... yep, don't have that. Yeah, EM plants on Nauvis are also amazing. Because it's really the where you're starting to profit from all this space exploration and setting up the space industry. Because it's a huge step up in production. Gleber inserters only? Oh, once you unlock stack inserters and belt stacking, both of those are amazing things to have happen. Actually, the one thing you remind me that needs to happen here, how low, you are very loaded actually. One thing that needs to happen here is rebuilding Aquilo. Aquilo is the only planet that's still very much starter base. Maybe outside of Gleber, but I sort of put the pause on Gleber upgrades. Because what I was doing wasn't working, or it wasn't going to work. At the very least. Rebuilt Gleber once already? True, yeah. I mean, the rebuild is entirely cosmetic. Like, all these trains, all of this stuff that I've done with the trains needs to be ripped up and thrown in the bin. It's all for nothing. It also occurred to me that possibly this here and this here would work too. Um, it also occurred to me if I suffer through enough overgrowth soil, I could colonize all this and make science much closer to home. But I do kind of want to push it out at least a little bit. Maybe I could put it up top, like this and this, but I don't think those two patches are big enough. Or at least the Gleber that I want. I suspect the Gleber that I want is going to need this over here and this over here. We'll see. I need to do some theorying on that, thinking and theorying on that. Okie day. You've unloaded stuff. Very good. I might need to see about unloading a second train, but we'll see. Next step is I need to load calcite. I actually kind of need to bring a train down from the top. Get it close to the hub. Or I could just be lazy and do it way down the bottom and just let the bot frenzy get to work. What I need to do is really get the hub as its own dedicated base. Ah, you need to build that. I might need to expand the bot network a little bit. Ooh, stuff got done. Excellent. How is it looking? Oh, it's dipping a little bit here and there. How is the you doing? In terms of, you're launching science. That means over here should be, yeah, it's launching. Sting? Oh, not sing. I mean, this has never really been tested. Triangles. Oh, it's probably out of trains. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I did make a thingy, but it's on Vulcanus. Huh. Yeah, there are probably not enough trains to... Why are you there? We're going to be playing this game, are we? You go there. Oh, I know why. That means there's going to be another one floating around somewhere. You can't get to a stop. Yeah, as soon as the temporary ends, it tries to find another home. And I need to do that instead. So there's very likely, yeah, rocket fuel trains clogging up the place. Yeah, liquid trains. Correct. You're correct. You're liquided. You're correct. Couldn't tell there for a moment. You're not correct. You no. Yeah, you need to go there. Sir, why? What? Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, because they're already there. I'm an idiot. Clear out of there. Clear out of there. It's you. No, not you. You. And by extension, you. Not the button I intended to click. Unload, 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 please. Are any more of these panes? No. Calcite. Probably one over here, because I did build up quite a few trains. This is why you really can't mess around and do silly things like that with, where are you? Where's this stop that's... Ah, over here, that's why. Okay. Yeah, you can't really mess around with the train network like that. What are we using for fuel? Just rocket fuel still. Oh, well, it's going to get delivered. Bye bye, train. Alright, so that's a bit of that business up there. That helps out that. Yeah, calcite was what I was working on. So is there a lazy way for me to do das thing? Yes. Would be this right here, or at least something approximating. You know what? I just use one of these. The Vulcanus ones are generally cleaner. So, did this have calcite? No. I think I did kind of do a calcite one. No? Should be a calcite one somewhere. There it is. There we go. That's suitably terrible, I think. There. Requesters. Just go all out with 6. You. That. Now we need calcite. About 350 each. I mean, realistically, I could probably do 250. Why is there so little? Because there is so little. You need to be bigger. Oh yeah, speaking of. I prefer it if you didn't launch everything overboard. Because you're going to have to pull them back up again. Isn't there a button to stop that? I thought there was a button to stop it throwing things down. Or am I remembering wrong? I am sneezing, there is definitely that. Yeah, actually send 10. Could throw all this crap overboard though. Is there enough? Yes there is. There's uncommon beacons. I'll be consistent though. Why don't we have a fusion reactor? I mean, it went down onto the planet, but why can I do that? Okay. I'm guessing it got launched into a different place. How is our supply of reactors? Basically, we're up to epic now. You can go back down. I should have cancelled it as soon as it came up. What goals are left? Doing much blueprint logistics? Not as much as I really should be. Alright, that'll kick it into gear. Yeah. Well, it's running in a slight deficit, but that's fine. Don't need to do that. Do that. There we go. Power should be happy, and it is. And now we just wait for the platform to spool into life. And this shall be eventually the new and improved Calcite Express. And as an added bonus, it can actually request like 20,000 now. Jettison you overboard, you overboard, you overboard. Blam, blam, blam. It's got all constructions. We can send them all down. Yeah. Well, I can go. Ah, yes. Fusion fuel. In fact, I'm going to do that. Because I'll make it just a general supply. And what I'll do is just pop like that and that into it. There. Now, just got to make sure, because this is going to affect all of them. Most of, oh, your nucleus, so you don't matter. Like, oh, because it's renamed. But I need to make sure it's at, oh, there. Needs to be at Nauvis while it's doing it. Oh, I would have put, that's why it all disappeared from Nauvis. Yeah, because when it gets to, oh, it should be, yeah, it should be fine. Nauvis. Just order all of them. Okay. Well, this one's obsolete. That's a future me problem. The one we just made just dealt with you. You're exempt. You're a crappy old one as well. You're uh, turning. You're yep, doing your thing. And you yep, cool. You think you're ready to go. No, you're not. Well, you can try to. You process some asteroids. It's made all the that fuel. All right. So we need to pause that for a little while and come back to it. You. This thing makes calcite on board. So it turns asteroids into calcite, this thing. It can request stuff as well, but it doesn't. I diddled with this and I don't know what I've done. Hey, Marlorin. Marlolain. 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 If I turn my tongue inside out, then it works. You there yet? Ah, I see things happening. This is good. It's ammoing up. Just bump it a little bit. Yeah, I figured it was German. Why aren't you collecting things? You should be... Like, shouldn't you be grabbing that right now? Hello? Power? Power's fine. It's definitely... Oh no, there it goes. It's just having a moment there. I was like, why isn't it grabbing anything? It just really doesn't want to grab things. I'm just bumping the thrusters to push it into some asteroids to speed things up a little bit. Because in orbit it'll take forever. Actually, kind of amazing. It hasn't generated any medium asteroids yet. There you are. Oh, it's a nice one. Oh, there's a nice one. It might be too... Yeah, it's way too far out that way, though. I just don't want to thunder into the medium asteroids too hard because there's no defense on this side yet. Oh, excellent. The things are coming around. The ammo's coming around. It's not as bad. I love how they're coming towards me at negative 10 kilometers a second. We've slowed down to the point where Nauvis is pulling me back, but they're still coming forward. I understand why it's happening is because there's no like it doesn't really take into account where it is in space. It's just the process of moving through space. But it's just funny. Simple things for simple minds and all. Alrighty, off you go then. Out comes der Eichler. I mean, if you want to hear me read German, I could get the another one of those German jelly bean bags again, off whatever the company was called, the red one. The one that's like their name is literally like Bolt Company or Bolt Factory. The name completely escapes me in the minute. Alright, you're receiving 4,000. For reference, it made Tucker Bear's ears bleed. Inactivity. 5 seconds of inactivity because we're not requesting anything. We don't need that anymore, and don't need that anymore. So the whole thing can just happen a lot quicker. Well, that'll eat through some of the rocket fuel at least. Also eat through all the Logibots. Yard 2 full. Oh! Yard's actually full. That's an interesting problem to have. Hmm. I need another yard. Well, we'll see what happens once. Well, you've just been via Nauvis. Why didn't Nauvis drop any calcite? It's requesting it from Vulcanus. Not. It's interesting. This platform doesn't actually manages. Oh, you're actually pulling up them. I might make a general fusion request. Like, and just have it like yeah, just one. 4. And then I just apply the same thing everywhere. Okay. Hey, Glacier. Righty. You. You're out of stuff again. Let me guess. Full of ice. Because it's the one problem with this thing is this thing runs too much. Once the calcite backs up, it's fine. It's just that initial startup. For some reason in particular, this one's bad at it. There we go. That's more like it. On the way, 10,000. 8,000. It should do it itself. Like, as in, it should provide itself. How do you feed so many engines? The advanced thruster fuel and beacons on the chem plants. There we go. Oh, you're an unload, not item load. Where was it? There. Balls. Oh, well, you can get 50. How come you didn't drop any calcite? Ah, I know why. It doesn't actually stop. That's why. Yep, see? Doesn't actually stop. Ah, there we go. Should actually stop. There, see, just annihilates it. Yeah, the reason is that it needs a, not item counts, a, inactivity. Not at 300 seconds. And this one, the circuit condition does actually matter. Satisfied doesn't matter. This was very early me thinking, so it's a little wonk. Super Force, yeah, it's either hold down shift or Super Force. Is it Super Force build? I forget which. There we go. That should satisfy that. Train bit up here yet? Not yet. Will be soon. Alrighty. Huh. Well, that'll be a... oh, I need to go up there for a start. I need to stop soon, too. This has been a very much a mishmash of things going on. But a lot of just early game stuff has been cleaned out, so I'm happy with that. It's a good result. Ah, more foundries. Yeah, you... Ooh, look at it go. I think 24,000 is probably the better option. Look at how much you can actually hold. Okay. Yeah, item load is what it needs. It's far too much thinking involved. There we are. Yeah, and then I need to come down to the shopping centre here. You and you. Me am I not wanting to connect the wire? By me not wanting to connect the wire, by me wanting to okay. Okay. Yeah, so now I can deliver plate instead of ore. So now I need to do the same again. Ah, that's why I needed to do so much melting as I needed to do steel. But you're not connected. There we go. Right, the last loose end of the day is you over here. This is the last job for the day. If I can get that, I can be happy. How are we doing in terms of production? A lot. How are we doing in terms of power? A lot. I think once this kicks into gear, it'll be pretty substantial. So what is that at this minute? 32. 31 to 32. 33, just 1,000. Are we nearing the end? We are approaching the end. Sadly, but true. It's interesting, this one at the end is still going, but the others aren't. Yeah, I can see a justification for stacking these vertically. Love direct insertion from trains. It's great. Does get a little boring though at times. Yes, like this should supply that. There, this, that, so on and so forth. In a perfect world, of course. Otherwise it'll get rather imbalanced. Why is it train? There's nowhere to unload yet. I haven't. So iron ore is smelted into plate, but also steel, and I haven't dealt with that yet. Unfortunately, you've eaten all the stuff. Oh, fuel problems. How much is in storage? Oh, 7 more. It's kind of funny that you can actually do that. Actually, didn't I put a... No. Hmm. It's really interesting that that doesn't work here, but in other like on this one, it worked fine. Exact same system. Oh, it does actually have a wire. There you go. I'm a ding dong. No, 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 no. I said that to the wrong one. It's meant to be that one. And it goes to that. Need contents. You. Yeah, that's where it should have been. That means you will need the same thing. Then it will actually work. Trouble is, because it's already been cranking out the ice, it's probably already kinda in that state. Alright, so next thing I need to do, which won't be today, is steel casting. It's a separate thing entirely that I'll have to stack up here. I might pair them off, the melters and the condensers. It's like one plate to one thingy. So stack these vertically. Maybe. Again, future me problems, not now me problems. What's the reach of this? 106. Oh, sorry, no. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. You. I need to get conclusion here. No conclusion here, then we ain't done. I'd actually send it over here. So make some progress there. All right, you do that for me, please. And it's backed up again. Yeah. Still old loader setup. Yeah, I mean it's um, didn't I come up with a better one? I mean that one did work quite well for the. Yeah, this one worked quite well with the belt stack, the stacked belts. I'm quite happy with it. Yeah, we'll just scale it down a little bit so there's more room. For Gora. It's just the supply of scrap never ends. I need to get the scrap processing out of here. So is he half belt? It's because it hasn't received any supply in a while. Right, you're almost empty. Oh no, there's the bots. Yeah, same with the... No, no, yeah. Yeah, there's no red circuit production going on at the minute. It's because it's missing plastic, because I pulled up plastic. Yeah, this should be a full belt. You can see it's a full belt up here. It's just eating it all. So once it gets supplied again, it should be all good. It's just because it has a single belt drain. There's still a lot of rocket fuel. Actually, plastic there too. Just to confound things earlier. Amount of concrete needs crazy. Craft a lot of concrete, pretty much. It's pretty much what it comes down to. They sideload onto the same side and then are lane balanced using that. That's why it's completely drained. Because it's an uneven drain. It drains one side first. It's an uneven drain, and so that's why it's only half. So it drains one side, then the other side. As soon as this unloads, yeah, because these are both put on the same side of the belt, which means in this splitter, they'll both come through together, which means some will get pushed up here, well, they get pushed through they come through on the bottom side normally. So they're both, the two half lanes come together on the bottom side. One gets sent up here and forced onto the other side of the belt. And it makes sense if you saw it flowing. So it's lane balancing two half belts into one full belt, would be the way to describe it. God Dang it, is it empty? Yes. Good. Let's try again. This is the exact situation I was trying to avoid. What? Where are you? Le Tank. Where is Le Tank? Kingdom for a tank. Where are you? Why don't you have any bots? Why aren't your bots doing anything? They're in transit. There they are. I just realized that there's most of them were missing, and yeah, they're in transit. Yeah, it just means it forces you to really be sparing with the concrete early on. Hey, look, it's Bob. It does eat a lot. It's even Foundries eats a lot of concrete. Same with the Aquilo building. It's sort of in general with space age is you need to produce a lot of everything. Tank, 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 tank. Better yet, better yet, better yet. Yeah, spider can stay over there. There we go. In fact, do that, please. Because it has requirements. It's tank time. Tank will fix everything for me. Should have done this in the first place. You know what? Just for good measure. No rebuilding. Only disassembly. Yeah, dang it. Yeah. Coming through. Bonk. Let's just go through. There we go. Just nearly gets there and then leaves. No, I didn't grab cliff explosives. It's actually kind of dangerous driving through there. Oops. Speaking of concrete. Ah, that took a toll. You don't have repair packs. Oh, fine. Crap. How long ago was the... do I want to roll back 5 minutes? I could have shot it, you know. I could have shot it. But no, ramming it seemed like more fun. You know, it means we're gonna have to get another tank over here. Hmm. Alright, what do we have on tap? I should at least have some crap from up in space. Some of this crap. No crap? Surely you got something. Um, That seems to be happy. And no, not you. You. Yep, it's all happy now. Helps if you build it correctly. You don't have junk. Has junk? No. Um, Might have to wait for it to do a lap. Seems to. Oh yeah, 295. I mean, it's nice and fast. It's decently fast. It's faster. I think this one was faster from memory. Or was it slower? I think it was. No, it's slower. One of these was super quick. Yeah, if I didn't hit that elevated column, it wouldn't have damaged the tank so much. Alright, you're coming round to Vulcanus next. Yeah, you're doing 315. So why isn't this one doing 315? 295, 296. Which isn't bad for base quality thrusters, by the way. But yeah, beacons, just going back to that point earlier, beacons, see the consumption's 108k fuel and oxidizer a minute, but beacon up these and productivity module them up with advanced thruster fuel, and it can match it. Yeah, 100, 112, 102, 113, so on and so forth. That's matching it. You don't have gun turrets. So it was all pointless. Can't believe a bloke broke the tank. Incredibly dumb. It's not the dumbest thing I've ever done, but it was pretty dumb. Alrighty. I need to start junking them. I've got enough epics going around and rares. Then I need to do railguns next. Actually, no I didn't. I think I pulled up the production that was here. There. Oh no I didn't. Good. Because I might make some. Apparently I'm already telling it to make some. Must already be satisfied. I'll make more. Just to be sure. Yep. It wants to make more. Uh, one more trip. Nearby. Ah, yeah, there's thinking with portals. It's a little bit closer, that's all. Step over the lava. The floor is lava, literally. Oh. Speaking of. Not bad. It builds up. Well, it does request some, but it is building it up on its own. It's up to hold 50,000. I'm happy with this platform. It's pretty fast. There's not a lot of negative space left over. I mean, there's still a little bit there, but it's pretty good. It's got a little bit of power on the side to jumpstart it. It does make it slightly asymmetric. Now that I'm pointing it out, you'll probably never be able to unsee it. Yeah, slightly asymmetric. That one turret over here is in a different position, just because I suppose I could actually fix that. I was going to say it's because of the thingies, but I could just drop it down a tile and then it would work again. There you go. A llama annoyer? What do llamas do to you? Just a whistle whistle stops tour of the inner planets. What I'll do is I'll take a blueprint of this, but I'll downgrade the quality to base. What was the power at? Yeah, peaks at 58. So it does need at least a uncommon one. I mean, it could probably survive on a base one. What about the tank? The tank is no more. Tank is... The tank is... it lost... It lost the battle. Where it's running. Alright. You're missing a few kajigas. That's fine. Because I cranked this thing right down. But now plastic's running. Mercifully. Which means lube will run. Which means the rest of Vulcanus can kick back into gear again and start making foundries again. It's actually short on gas. I think what it needs is more speed. Speed! You has speed! Maybe. What do I have in terms of modules? Oh, it's just. Oh, yeah. Let's get that out of there. More faster? Always more faster. Yeah, look at that. Lubricant. You're a little low. Let's go around the mighty construction so your bots don't get distracted. Come over here. Try to tell Nilhouse to use speed modules with quality miners. You got told off. Why? I, Vibe? No. Flora. Yeah. Quality miners, speed modules. More faster. Speed. How much does it actually output? I mean, it's only 60 a second. I mean, it's only a full... Isn't that a full turbo belt? A second? Quality miner. Ah, regular miners, not big ones. I see now. Not big miners. We can't process fast enough now. Yeah. The Vulcanus refineries are serious refineries. They don't screw around. What did that do to fluids? 1, 2, 3, 4. Consumption. I mean, heavy oil and light oil suddenly kicked up. Like eating that belt too. Still struggling on gas. Probably water? No? It is light oil. Oh, it's the pump now. Dang it. Oh, a little bit in the way there, Spider. Oops. Finger slipped. Red, there. Yeah, yep, that's a problem now. That has happened, because these are only, what are they, 1200 a sec? Here we go. Exceeded the pump's output. Alright, how are you doing? There we go. Now the coal belt's out. Alright, we need to crank you up. Best quality rate is actually speed with quality. Oh, you've been playing around with speed and quality, have you? Early on, when you're starting in quality, there is definitely merit in putting quality in the miners, but it gets to a point, once you get the... But I think that only really applies to getting the initial legendary quality modules. Once you start getting legendary quality modules, it doesn't matter as much. But as I said, like that from my experience, um, that'd be the way to go. Asteroids make everything mute. Have you seen my platform? This platform? It eats asteroids for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just all it does in life. And as a result, it's full of legendary copper plates, steel plate, legendary circuits, legendary calcite. Oh, it's things full. Oh dear. Um, 8, 5, 6. I think there's some of those. You need to go back to Nauvis. Yeah, it's having a good times overload. It just straight up makes base materials at legendary quality. Oh, it's 5 on planet. Alright then. I like how this is not me finishing. Is that the big Prometheum one? Uh, yes and no. You can pretty much expand it forever. I mean, I've seen... So, the first way that people beat the game by cheesing it was by making giant poker platforms. So they just had like a 2,000 long tile poking stick. So they just did this for 2,000 tiles and used that as like an ablative shield. Legendary science stuff. Oh, he's gone the full legendary route. Come on. It's apparently awaiting for launch. Has it actually launched it? I'd say so. This is when I discover that it has actually arrived. You. Huh. That's actually... Oh, is it actually requesting down there? I think that was his... I remember him seeing... I remember seeing him having a Prometheum ship that was super wide. How did you come into possession uh, of cargo bays of high quality? I didn't think I was crafting any yet. I'm trying to craft legendary ones. It occasionally works. There's a foundry over here making legendary low density structures. Oh yeah, because you're full, you can't actually send them up. That's inconvenient. There we go. Right, that should have given you some more space. much of each thing do I have? 20,000, 11,000, 8,000. Probably going to run out of space again. Will I do mods soon? Probably not anytime soon. Like I haven't even finished. I haven't gone to the edge yet. I haven't even finished building this ship, or at least I haven't finished bringing this online. This ship's already obsolete. This platform's obsolete. But I can take it to the edge. Gee, I looked over at my backup Twitch chat and I'd realised just Core Boss there said that there's no free space, and I didn't see it on the main chat. Internet issues never end. The funny thing is that this thing's now eating coal as fast as it's going in. Well, I completed the job that I wanted to do, finally, and destroyed a tank in the process. So, I think that is a good enough place to leave it there. Almost. Now it should be a good enough place. So the goal was to get the foundries foundrying again. It's all that mattered. Ooh, legendary foundries. Excellent. And now that the foundries are done, now it's time to go. So, thank you for watching, hanging out, and all that. Back sometime next week. I'm going to investigate these network issues further. See, maybe the internet stuff is actually my Switch stuff. I'm curious to see that. Thank you, Veldek. Yes, these VODs of this will be in the YouTube Live tab. For those not on YouTube, for those on YouTube, it's on the Live tab. There's links to socials and things there too. Veldek's linking them. There's a rate limit on YouTube chat before bots can respond, so it takes forever for it to actually respond. Eventually it will. But yeah, other than that, that's it from me for today. So thank you for watching, hanging out, being here. There it is. And I shall see you next time, and bye-bye for now.